So my home entertainment system was made up of 2 of these speakers and that sub right there. Now it's made up of this sub right here. 1 central speaker that has 3 speakers inside of it, 1 on each side and 1 in the center. It also has 2 rear speakers that sit behind the sofa. So this is it right here. As I said, this is the new setup that I'm using. This is the ULTIMEA A50. This is a 5.1 channel app control surround sound X Dolby Atmos home entertainment system. It has a app that you can use to control the EQ settings, the song distribution, volume control. Everything works well with the app. As I showed you before, this is how I have it actually set up in the room. I have the subwoofer in the front, which is what you see in the front right there. I went from having a big massive subwoofer to a nice small subwoofer. I gotta be honest with you, when I unboxed this, the size of this box is the size of my old subwoofer. So I was like, how is this little subwoofer going to perform? I almost didn't use the product because I wasn't too sure that that little subwoofer was going to perform as well as the big one I had before. The center speaker, as I showed you, is up on top. That center speaker has 2 speakers, as I said, 1 on each side and 1 in the center. And now we have 2 rear speakers. The good part about these 2 rear speakers, there's no hard wire connecting these 2. They work via Bluetooth connection, I believe, or maybe some type of Wi-Fi connection, but you could plug this in without having to actually attach them to the main center speaker in the front. So I have these on the back and they're plugged into the wall, but then they're also connected here and here. I have an unboxing video where I walk through all of the components that you get with this. You get a lot of components inside of this small box. So you could see, this is the remote control right here. You have your surround sound control. You could increase or decrease your surround sound. You have your treble controls, your mid-range controls, your bass, volume, mute, all of your input controls, and also surround sound X experience control right over here. This is what it looks like in the app. So as you can see in the app, you have full volume control. You could mute if you don't like this particular type of control. The slider, you could just hit this right here. You could increase and decrease the volume per unit, per your choice, right? This shows you your speaker configuration. This is your EQ settings. So right now I have it set up for movies because primarily I use this when I'm watching movies, but you could also do music, voice, game, sport. You could even customize your EQ setting, right? You can make whatever EQ setting you want, and you could even just do a style. So for example, if you hit style, so on the style, you could drag this to pop, you could drag this to classical, you could drag this to rock, you could drag this to bass. It's a well-designed system, well-integrated app, very easy to control, very easy to understand. So again, this is the Aura A50, right? So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna turn on the audio. I'm gonna play a little clip so you can hear what this sounds like. I'm not gonna play too much of it because I don't know how the whole the copyright stuff is going to work. So I'm just going to play a little clip so you can hear what it sounds like. So let me get that entertainment set up and then we could begin to hear what this great surround sound sounds like. All right, so we have everything all set up. As I said, the sound bars in the front, the 2 smaller speakers, the ones for the rear audio, they're sitting right behind the sofa where I showed you. And we have the subwoofer sitting right over there. Even as a small subwoofer, you're gonna hear how great the audio from this subwoofer is. This is a video from one of the drives that we did. And this video, I have music playing on the video. So this is copyright free music. So this is supposed to give you a clear understanding of how good the audio is when playing music. Hopefully this gives you a clear understanding of how good this audio from this little soundbar / audio system is. So let's go. And as you could see, clear audio, great bass, great mids, great highs. The audio separation is amazing. The sound quality is amazing. No issues so far. And just so you know, I'm controlling everything on the app. So I just muted on the app. So I could mute and unmute quickly on the app. So right now the volume is set to 40. I'm going to crank the volume up to 50 and let's see how that sounds. You can hear how clear that is, how absolutely clear that is. So again, this is just a quick demonstration to let you hear and experience a little bit of the surround sound. As I said before, the compression between YouTube, between the editing apps and all that stuff is going to water down the audio as much as possible. So you're probably going to get the full experience that I'm experiencing right now. But I can guarantee you, hand on chest, that this system from ULTIMEA, the A50, even though it's small, it's extremely powerful, and you can have a great time with it. Great time with it. Good addition for your movie nights. Good addition for your home entertainment system. You gotta admit, no, that's dope. Pretty dope.